Hello everybody. So I haven't done a video in a while, and I just thought to make a video about my story with the Interstim implant. A lot of people have been raising questions about it. Some people are thinking about getting it. So I decided to make a video about what it's like to have one in my situation. So I decided to do the trial. It was somewhere like in the beginning of August. Yeah, I did the trial, and I went into the office, and it was very painful. Even though they numbed my back, them just numbing my back was a lot. So it was very painful for me, and I could still feel what was going on, because I guess like them numbing it didn't really help. But yeah, it was very painful, but they put wires into each side of my back. Yeah, in my back and my lower back, that is. And the wires connects to the sacral nerves, and the sacral nerves communicates with your brain and your bladder to tell your bladder that calm down, it's okay, you don't have to go so much, you don't have to go to the bathroom so much. There are other reasons that people have the Interstim, but I have the Interstim because, as many of you know, I suffer from Interstitial Cystitis, which is a vicious bladder disease. So that was the reason why I got it, because I have high frequency and urgency. So I had this, I did the trial for, it was 3 days for me. It was 3 days, and I wanted to do it a little more, but my doctor was just so against it. And I just felt like I didn't have enough time to figure out if this was really helping me or not, because I honestly didn't think it was doing much. But my doctor, he seen improvements. He thought I did really well with the wires being on my right side. He thought I was doing really well, and he said, you know, if you want to try it out, let's go for it. And I was like, okay, we can go for it. And I know many of you probably be like, okay, you didn't think it was working, but you said, you know, go for it. But like I've been saying, with interstitial cystitis, it's trial and error. Yes, there are a lot of risks with the things that you do, as far as like medications, any procedures, any surgeries. You know, there are risks, but you have to just continue to keep going to find out what's best for you, what works best for you. And so even though I didn't see much improvements, he did. And so that means if there was any improvements, I would have a better chance of the actual implant working. And he did say that the actual implant works better than just a trial. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So I did it, and going through the actual implant phase, it was so much easier than the trial. It was just better as far as like pain wise, because they give you an IV, they shoot you up with, you know, I don't care, drugs, they make you like, I don't care, they shoot you up with that. And it was just so much easier than a trial. But it's been 2 months now, and all I can do is say thumbs down. Now, I know everybody is different, and there are a lot of people who have successes with the Interstim implant, but there are, you know, a lot of people, myself, who don't have success with it. And I've gotten the setting changed 3 times now, including the time that when I first got it and they did the settings. I got it changed 3 times, and I'm still not seeing any improvement. Each time they change the setting, I'll give it like 2 to 3 days for maybe I see a slight difference. But then after those 3 days is over, I'm back going to the bathroom just as if I did not have this thing in me. And so it's very, very frustrating, because my main reason for not, having a job is because I can't stay out of the bathroom. And if I get a job, then I'll have to hold it. And I can only hold my urine for so much. And then it'll become painful, and then I'll end up putting myself in a flare, and that's not good. So it just sucks. It really sucks. But this is the Interstim remote that is given to you when you get the implant, and it controls the vibrations of it, the intensity of the vibrations. Sometimes it controls where you feel the vibrations. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. And I'm not a fan of it, not at all. It's not working for me, and I wish it was working for me, but it's not. And I don't understand why my body is being so complicated, but hey, it is what it is. But I did want to make this video because a lot of people want to know. They're curious about it. When their doctors say, you should try to Interstim, they are very curious of, people's experiences with it. So I'm not discouraging anyone from getting it. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just giving you my truth, my reality. Now, with the vibrations, sometimes you can get shocked, and it sucks. It's painful. And that could be because it's up too high, or in my case, my nerves became very sensitive to the setting it was on. Like, at first it was fine, and then like maybe 2 weeks afterwards, all of a sudden my nerves became very sensitive to the setting I was on, and I ended up getting shocked, so I had to turn it back down. But you're supposed to, some people say that they don't have to feel the vibration in order for it to work, but my doctor, well, the Medtronic rep, she says that I'm supposed to feel it, that she wants me to feel it. So, like I said, everybody is different. But I don't know. That's my story. I don't have much else to say. That's just my story with it. I'm not a fan of it. It's not working, and it's been 2 months, and I just really want to get it out. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. The incision is still sore for me. Like, some people it's not sore for, but I'm still having some soreness. Like, I can go back to my regular duties or whatever like that, but sometimes if I roll over on my back, I'll get this sharp, intense pain in the incision area, and I'll be like letting out a shriek. Or if it like rubs against my clothing or just something like that, and I'll feel pain. So it's still kind of sore for me, and it just feels weird because I'm so skinny. So if I sit a certain way, then it pokes out of my skin, and I think it's cool, but it's weird. But honestly, I don't want it anymore. Like, I just want them to take it out. They say it's over 900 settings, but I'm just not having any progress with it. So I'm kind of just tired of it. Like, what's the point of having it? And so having surgery is a serious thing, but I'm just like, take it out. But no, I'm gonna continue to give it a try. I'm gonna try as many settings as I can. But what I do want to encourage you is that there's no harm in going for the trial. It's a trial, so it's nothing permanent. You can do the trial, get your few days in, and see how it works for you. Like I said, everybody is different, and unfortunately it didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean it won't work for you. So I do encourage you to get the trial, to do the trial. If it's brought up to you, I really encourage you to do the trial and see how it works for you, because you never know, you'll have success with it. But sometimes, even if you have success with the trial, it doesn't mean that you will have success with the actual implant. But the good thing about it is that this thing is just placed under your skin, so they can easily go in and remove it. And I know you'll have an ugly scar, but hey, I'm proud of my scar. Like, that's my battle wound. So it just shows that I've been going through so much with, you know, having interstitial cystitis, and that I was willing to take risks and take chances and, you know, try to figure out what will help me. And, you know, unfortunately, I still haven't found a regimen that will help me, including, you know, having the Interstim in place. I'm not having success with anything, so it sucks. But I just encourage that anybody who, you know, is thinking about getting the Interstim, just go ahead and do the trial, and, you know, you'll see how it works for you. But if anybody has any questions about it, contact me. I'll leave my email in the description box. Any concerns, any comments, any opinions, like anything, just go ahead and shoot it to me. And for the questions, I'm not expert in it. I can just try to answer it for you based on my experiences and some of the experiences that I've heard. So you guys just take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.